to sweet Caroline. Okay, I know we've been showing you heaps of renovation videos on both Instagram and TikTok, but today we want to show you everything that we've done to put Sweet Caroline together for our big lap around Australia. So come along, I'm going to show you all the bits and bobs. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's do it. The first area of the bus is the bedroom. We have a double bed here. I have a lot of pillows to kind of turn it into a day bed as well. A few really fun features back here. Storage unit. I've got shelving, my watercolor and sewing kit with books, an extra blanket, card games, and more books tucked in the back corner. And then of course my cute little Polaroid camera. The next feature we have is the Max Air Fan. One here above the bed for when we're sleeping, so it can both suck in air and blow in air depending on how we want the airflow. We do have a Sirocco fan in this corner. What's really great about these is they move around and you can move this pretty much any direction that you want. We knew it was definitely a must. We decided just to do one because it's really all that we've needed so far. These fans do a lot of the heavy lifting. Another feature that Matt added in that is one of my absolute favorites is gorgeous little reading lights. I like to read before I go to bed. Got the switch here and we can move it around. Lighting throughout the entire bus, but Matt has kind of made it so they don't all have to be on at once. We have this light back here. So we've got just the two lights. If you've noticed, we have two doors. The Toyota coasters are built with only one door, but because this bus was a special needs bus when we first bought it, they fabricated double doors in the back, and that was actually a big selling point for us. Moving in front of the bed, we have quite a bit of storage just in this space here. Two bench seats. You can sit here. I like to lounge when I'm here. Jesse is taking full advantage of this great lounging space. Our electrical system and a little bit of storage down under here and under the bed. So this bit actually lifts up and you can see the inverter and everything that we've got going on. I'm not going to do it because I spent so much time making this bed and I'm not going to unmake it. So underneath the bed, you have 4 drawers. Matt has 2 drawers. I have 2 drawers. This is one of mine. There's quite a bit of space. I have used dividers to help with organizing all of my clothes, and then I've got things that I don't use too often toward the back. Little area here is just the extra bit of storage. We keep all of our shopping bags down here, or just like little miscellaneous stuff. We can fit a few things on either side. On this side, we have yoga blocks, long tube to our Dyson is in there, and a couple extra pairs of shoes that we don't normally use. There is storage under this bench. I handmade these cushions, so we've got wood on the back of this, and then we've got memory foam, and then I've just wrapped these bits with fabric. Really into this kind of alligator skin. Don't worry, it's not real. It's only just for looks. Anyway, we did the same thing with the bench seats as well. So these lift up and out. Have our storage there. So my hair tools are in there, charging ports, things that we don't need all the time, but we do have access. Another really nice feature is the table. So we've actually tucked the table on under here. It comes out like this. We do have to flip it around because these hook into that, and we use these legs to hold the table out. So the next area we have is kind of our little control center. Our switchboard here, which powers the lights at the front, switches on this under bench light, the 2 water pumps, and we do have a water heater that is underneath, and this switches that on. We have 2 USB power points here. Pretty much use those on the daily. Our battery monitor here shows you here the battery voltage, so this gives us an indication of how much power we're drawing by using different things. An inverter here, so when we switch that on, that allows us to use the most important thing in the bus, our beautiful DeLonghi espresso maker. So next up, our kitchen and pantry area. We have made our bench tops a bit higher than normal, and we did that because Matt and I are both pretty tall, and it beats having to bend over to do anything. So it's a nice high bench top. 4 drawers here, so we have all of our coffee fixings in here. We have our latches there, very important one. all of our spices. This overhead shelf, have it as a bit of a pantry. So we've got our oils and some passata, some dried goods in here. This little doodad for tea towels. And something that's really cool that Matt did is he actually took 2 of these and glued them together. It's one unit. So when you open the bottom, it just comes and sits so nicely. Lots of storage. You have to move everything to one side if we want to be able to access it. A little bit of shifting around when getting stuff out. That is kind of part of it. So the next area is our sink. This little ledge that comes out. And then we have our full sink here. Nice and big. Tap. Knife rack here. Might be a little bit of an overkill, but we think it looks cool and it makes us look badass. It's staying. Underneath the sink is the plumbing, cleaning supplies, the water pump. Our drinking water is 15 liters. The water heater in the back there for when we want to have showers or if we do need to use hot water when cleaning our dishes. This is how we access our drinking water. We just pull out this little hose, fill up our drink bottles, and then we put it back. Another storage pantry. Open this up. Canned goods. We keep our fruit in here, salt, and then we have more dried goods. We've got pasta, potatoes, onion, and garlic in there. Corn flour because we like to make our own tortillas. This is our full fridge. It is a Bushman 190 liter fridge. It is a 12 volt, so it's actually perfect for caravanning. As you can see, we have stockpiled the meat. We were lucky enough that Matt's dad is a butcher, so he hooked us up before we left. We can fit a lot of stuff. Like, we haven't had any issues. We haven't ran out of space, which is something that's really important to us because we do pretty much all of our cooking in the bus, which will lead me to the next side. Other side of the kitchen area, 3 gas burner here. This is a Dometic gas burner, another fan that I had mentioned earlier. So we use this kind of as an exhaust fan when we are cooking. We turn this on, turn it up, it starts to suck air in. Anything that we're cooking, whether we're boiling or frying, helps pull all of that smell out so we don't have a stinky bus when we go to bed. A couple other really nice features about the kitchen area is we have this cute little spice rack. And what's really fun about these, they simply are just magnetic and they just stick on and it looks cute and we use it all the time. The backsplash. This was something that was not an afterthought, but we knew we needed to do something in order to kind of protect between the window and the kitchen countertops. So what we did was we actually took leftover pieces from the shower panels and we're able to glue these on. I ended up finding some adhesive tiles just to make it look more like a kitchen. And then we were able to just silicone everything in, just keeping water from going back there, any food, because when things fall back there, you're never going to see it again. And the last thing we want is to be traveling and start smelling something funky. 3 massive drawers. They're big, they're deep, they're fantastic. We have a little latch system to help keep them in place when we are moving, because if you don't have those latched, they will open. So just to give you an idea, chopping boards, cooking utensils, all of our lovely bowls, plates, obviously cast iron tortilla press, very important. What else we have in here? It's all of our strainers. We've got our kettle, Tupperware, bowls, fry pan. Down at the bottom, our NutriBullet coconut milk, because we like to get it when it's on special, so we bulk buy our milk. Pots, fry pans, and then we do have a gorgeous wok that we use for stir fries and that fun stuff. It creates this extendable table, adds a bit of extra space. When we're done cooking, we can then just move everything here. Matt's outside, I'm inside. I can easily just hand him some stuff if we want to eat outside. Another area of storage that is actually pretty kick is underneath this cooktop. We were umming and ahhing. We didn't know what to do with it. We know we need to have our cleaning supplies. Clever features in here. First one being, the bin. Matt actually put this on half of a drawer runner and built this box that we could then slot our bin in and out of, so it's a bit smelly, and then we can just push that back. Underneath the bin, we've just got a nice basket with some collapsible buckets. We've got our laundry detergent. The Dyson is just hanging up here. We found these little baskets that I think spotlight. Trash bags back there, laundry pegs, and then the other bobs for the Dyson. The floor is removable. The batteries to the bus are actually underneath this. This basket here comes out, and then that extra lip there comes out as well. You can see the pantries. Our lovely broom that we cut down so it would fit in there. And we use it literally every day. You move into a bus and you find the little things that you're just like, oh, that was the greatest idea ever. A bit more storage that we have. We've got these bags here. Keep the dog leads, bug spray, tan lotion, so sunscreen's all in here, just things that we can easily get. Head torches or shopping bags. We did end up adding these a little bit later. We found these at the reject shop, so we've been using these for our shoes. Cute little hooks for our hats. But this was the #1 requirement when we were building the bus, a wardrobe. We have a full-length mirror in there. Surprisingly, Matt got a decent amount. I obviously took up most of it. Pretty right. We've got some baskets at the bottom that hold different knickknacks. So I've got my hats and stuff like that. In another basket, we've got our beach towels, picnic towel, a foam roller because your girl's always sore. And usually, if you have aircon in the Toyota Coaster, this is where it sits. Because we don't have air conditioning, had all of this extra space. Built this shelf, have different boxes throughout the area to help with storage. So there's 6 boxes in total and they all slot in beautifully. We've been able to keep different things up there. So extra linen, towels, toiletries, a awning that we make shift. We use a tarp and tent poles, other valuables and things like that. They live up here. This is where doggies sit when we're traveling. Another bit of storage is this amazing contraption here. We keep all of our shoes in there. The Starlink lives there and then we just fasten it up. This is the area that Matt is driving. I'm passenger princess on the other side. We've got a few other things. We've got Matt's guitar up here. We keep our books at night. We put up our different shields to help with heat. But the next thing we did was add a nice curtain just to block anything out if we're parked up somewhere and have this beautiful curtain. We have more USB ports up here. A UHF radio and reach out if we need to, if we're in like a little bit of a pickle. Fire extinguisher down here. Jess is just in the way. Safety is key. All right, so the next area that we have is the bathroom area. So this is our shower. We wanted a shower, plain and simple. We were a bit on the fence about having a toilet because we were concerned about smell and things like that. What's really great about Australia is there are public toilets pretty much everywhere you go. So there's always something you can find, plus, caravan parks. Most campsites do have some type of toilet, but not everywhere has showers. This is something that was really important to us, especially after maybe a big hike, have a day at the beach. We want to do our best to kind of clean ourselves as much as we can before we get into bed. Little features here. So these are our Polaroids. Made this custom little cork board and we're gonna take little pins and add them along the way. The right side of the bed, we have the gas box just there. 2 4-kilo gas bottles in here. And that is what fuels our 3 gas burner. So the best features that we had here, the double doors. So they open up nice and wide. We do have these amazing drawers. We like to call it our garage on the go. Can hold a lot of weight. In this first drawer, we've got our workout equipment, bands, jump ropes, yoga mat, adjustable dumbbells, which rock, power cord when we get to caravan parks. These are our ropes for the tent poles when we put up the awning. We have our water hose here and we're ready for water. And then under that, portable fire pit. And this one is really heavy, so I'm not gonna open it. Tools, spare parts, things you would find in a garage underneath the bus. Little USB ports that we can use the side of the bed. This is where we fill up our water tanks. So when we park up somewhere with water, we take that water hose, plug it in there, pressurized water goes into our water tanks. 3 60-liter tanks, 1 50-liter gray water tank that all of our water waste goes into. When we take a shower or when we're doing dishes, that is where the gray water goes. Matt has his fishing rods up there. Nice space because they're big and long and make our life a lot easier not being anywhere in the bus. And then I'm quickly gonna show you Antonio the Terios. I'm sure some of you have seen we are towing a little 4-wheel drive behind us. It's been pretty Great. Really good storage. We've got our bikes, an outdoor gas bottle here, jerry can, awning for when we stop places, some really nice camping gear in here, little table that comes out. Again, just more stuff. Here at the front, this is where the hitch attaches. So we've got two of these massive things. This goes to the brake. Last addition that we did just before we left, we included a security mesh / fly screen for the two major windows that open up in the bus. Matt engineered this himself, all custom built. This has come in handy a lot, especially with airflow through the bus, especially on really hot days. It looks professional AF. I'm really, really happy with it, and I think it looks great, so. That concludes our tour of Sweet Caroline. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you love it. We will be traveling around Australia for the next year. I don't know, however long it takes us to get all the way around. Reach out if you're also out and about, traveling yourself. If you have any questions, you want to know more, learn how we built it, feel free to reach out and let's connect. Thanks. Bye.